Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Ricky's Reviews, and I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little weird because I'm just a little bit sick. But anyway, in today's video, I'll be continuing the Jurassic Park slash Jurassic World franchise by covering the 2015 film. Drumroll please. Well, I mean, actually, do I even need to do a drumroll? Because you already know the movie if you know what the last one was. But yes, anyways, we are covering the 2015 film Jurassic World. Now, like I just said, this movie came out in 2015, and it is made by Steven Spielberg and Colin Trevorrow. And Steven Spielberg is one of the people that made the original Jurassic Park films. So, yeah. Now, the plot synopsis of this movie. So, it's about a decade or so after Jurassic Park 3 has happened. And in that time, Isla Nublar, the same island that was used to make the original Jurassic Park, is turned into a new Jurassic-themed park called Jurassic World. Now, this movie is still run by InGen, or this park is still run by InGen, the same people that made the dinosaurs for the original film. But this film, they've decided that dinosaurs aren't enough anymore. They need to make something different, something new. And what that results in is a genetic monster that tears apart the park in the process of the movie. Meanwhile, dinosaurs are being used for other things other than entertainment. That is the brief synopsis for this film. And this movie has somewhat of a special connection to me because this is the first Jurassic Park film that I was alive for. Like, I wasn't alive to go see any of the other three original films, so this was the first one I ever saw in theaters. So this one has a special connection to me, and I do really like this movie. And there are some things that I like about it and some things I don't like about it. So let's first get the negative out of the way and get into some of the things that I didn't like. Now, this movie, with the genetic hybridized dinosaur called the Indominus Rex, it is made to be genetically smart. Now, you would think that humans would have a good control on this animal. No, they do not. They make some of the dumbest decisions I've ever seen, and one of the decisions really just irks me now that I look back at the movie. They use the raptors, like the four velociraptors throughout the film, to hunt down the Indominus Rex, and they only realize until after they've released them that this thing is part raptor. How do you forget what you put inside of a dinosaur? Like, how do you forget what makes this thing up? If this thing was used for, because I'll give you a little insight into some part of the twist of the film, is that they aren't using this thing just for ticket sales. They're using this thing to test dinosaurs in the military, pretty much, to see if they can weaponize dinosaurs. And that premise is explored a little bit more in the next film, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, which I will get into hopefully soon after this video comes out. But just some of the humans' decisions into what they want to do with these dinosaurs I feel like common sense has just gone out the window, and in some parts it has. But I do find that the poor human decisions are actually a thing I don't like with a lot of films, specifically horror films. But that's one of the things I didn't like about this film. But other than that, I think everything else is alright. Some of the characters, Bryce Dallas Howard's character of Claire Dearing, I found a little bit too annoying in this film, because she's just like, oh my gosh. She just sees these things as assets, not really animals, and she doesn't see that until after one of them dies, like the scene with the Apatosaurus. And her character was really annoying in this film, but once the film progressed a little bit, I kind of just realized, oh, she's just making bad human decisions, which is kind of why the bad human decision part is one of the gripes with the film. But other than that, it was alright. And then here we go with what I liked about the film. They had a very drastic, slow build-up to reveal what the I-Rex was, the Indominus Rex. And that was one of the things I really liked, because they're just slowly building it up. And that's actually one of my favorite scenes. The scene with it's playing right now, with the troopers, the officers in the jungle with the I-Rex, and then when it randomly pops out, and then it has the reveal that it camouflages, and you just see the heart rates of all the officers die as they flatline, as they go off screen. It was just such a cool and creepy scene to see this thing slowly built up through the course of the film, just to see it attack everyone. And it kind of is like a horror bit where you see them all die. I love the horror elements with the Jurassic Park films. I know I'm trying to get my words out right now and they're just not working. But that's one of the things I really like about the Jurassic Park films, that they have some horror elements along with the action and sci-fi. Because sci-fi horror is one of my favorite genres of the film. Of films. I can't speak. And that's why I probably should cover Alien at some point. But that's just a lot of movies. I think once I get the Jurassic franchise done, I'll probably pick Alien or something to do this summer. So stay tuned for that one. But yeah, that's what I liked and disliked about the movie. That's my favorite scene. And now here's what I will rate this film. So Jurassic World, the 2015 film, directed by Steven Spielberg and Colin Trevorrow, I'll give a rating of 8.5 out of 10. So that is my review for Jurassic World. Hopefully next week I will cover Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.